What this event is about is really learning. Leaders are learners, and what we want to constantly do is learn. And if we learn, we have more to give back out into the marketplace, right? We have more to give to other people. This is really an educational symposium. Very seldom do you have the ability to pull together and harness the power of true thought leaders, that they're not just about the knowledge that they have, they're also doing the knowledge, and they're constantly seeking more, right?
And so ketones are not just an energy source, they're actually a superior energy source. Remember, none of these processes are going to happen unless you have energy to fuel them, right? It doesn't matter if you have the nicest car in the world if you don't have any gas to drive it.
There's a lot of things in our life that are out of control, but one thing that's in your control is how you feel your body. Which one are you going to select?
When you're seeing what people are doing, when you hear the stories, it just makes you want to be better. And then hearing the doctors and scientists speak about it, it just makes sense. And so why would you not want to spread the word about ketones, because it's helping so many people.
We get to bring to market a product that's never existed before in the history of mankind. And to me, that's super exciting to be able to share that. Most people are not familiar with the ketone conversation.
The science of exogenous ketones is brand new. So you guys are really trailblazers in and I thank you for embracing this technology and advancing it to the public, because now we know that ketones are, in many cases, the thing that's actually giving the therapeutic effect of the ketogenic diet for many disorders.
So there's research now to be done looking at how ketones can impact longevity, because we can actually impact the length of our telomeres to help impact our lifespan.
Blood glucose is crucial for good health. And these people here, one group had type 2 diabetes. They dropped from over 9 down to normal levels. So the type 2 diabetes is treated effectively. There is no risk of heart disease with a low-carb diet. And this study just represents many other studies.
I'm angry. I'm really angry about the deception that we've all just been lied to for so long.
Now I know that what I feel, what's happening in me, I understand the science behind it. I understand that it's not just a placebo, but everything that's happening in me has a scientific reason and a catalyst. And I'm just so excited to be able to take this information out and help others to do more and be better.
There's a test called the Alzheimer's Disease Assessment Scale, and he improved by 6 out of 75 points on that test. 2 years later, after he started coconut oil, no change. It hadn't gotten any worse. So, I felt that most likely ketones had something to do with that.
However many people can come up here and do a number of push-ups while I'm speaking to prove that no one is looking at you badly. In fact, we will hold you up for doing that, for taking a step outside your comfort zone and coming up here and doing a push-up. Guys, I want to thank you very much for having me. This is the expression of fitness to me, is a loving environment. It's supported by other people. I hope you can take a chance to support yourself and look into getting more fit. Thank you guys very much.
But I just want to make sure that when we're talking about exogenous ketones, we're not talking about the ketogenic diet, because it is not a substitute for it. It actually is just a great tool or adjunctive therapy for it.
Those 33 diseases are driven by insulin resistance, an overproduction of insulin in the presence of starch or sugar. And it's not a disease, it's a metabolic compensatory process that's occurred genetically over the last 40, 50 years based on our environmental diet.
Coming to the Keto Academy for me has just been huge, because I get to bring my team here and kind of compress the time frame where it took me 6 years to learn some of this stuff.
There's this culture outside of us that we're bringing together, and I think that's just great that it's bigger than us, and it's about the community, not just internally, but about really growing with everybody else that is participating in this conversation.
This movement is so powerful, and we all have been placed in this room for a reason, and that is to share this with the whole entire world. This makes my heart feel full.
But to be able to talk to people, to share with people, to tell them your life can change just by drinking a little drink in the morning, freaks me out. It blows my ever-loving mind. And I tell everybody, because your daughter or your grandfather or your someone could be changed.
You know, these events fill me up. It always re-energizes me to help understand why we're doing what we're doing. Because it's so easy to get caught up in the little things that really don't freaking matter. But you have to ask yourself, is what you're doing worth fighting for? The power you have right now is to change the world. But hopefully this event gives you that perspective of what we have the ability to innovate.